Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hi guys, and welcome to another Fool of the Week. And this week's Fool is Tory MP Andrew Rosindell. Now, Andrew is extremely concerned about a statue. You know, Tories are extremely concerned about statues. This one is the statue of former US President Ronald Reagan. It has been removed, and he's extremely concerned about that. So concerned that he wants to use time in Parliament, ask the Prime Minister about doing something about this statue. Let's hear what he had to say and how Boris Johnson responded, and wait for the response after, because I will explain why he's Fool of the Week.
I was deeply concerned at the weekend, following reports in the Sunday Express, that the statue of the great United States President Ronald Reagan, which once stood in Grosvenor Square, has been removed and remains out of public sight. I know the Prime Minister will agree with me that President Reagan was a true friend to the United Kingdom, who, alongside Margaret Thatcher, ended the Cold War and supported Britain during the liberation of the Falkland Islands. Now that our American friends have moved to a new embassy in Wandsworth, would the Prime Minister agree with me that President Reagan's statue should be moved to a more prominent location on Parliament Square so that visitors from home and across the globe can honour this remarkable man?
So obviously this statue was removed by woke lefties. You know, the types of people who tore down a statue in Bristol last year and threw it into the sea. Obviously this is probably the reason why this statue was removed. Actually it's not. But let's hear what Boris Johnson had to say about all of this.
Minister. Did you notice, Mr. Speaker, how the benches opposite recoiled at the idea of the recapture of the Falkland Islands, when you've just heard an honourable member say that she was ashamed of her country, Mr. Speaker? It is no wonder that people take that kind of attitude. I think that he's entirely right in what he says about President Reagan. I think he was a very distinguished president. It's not up to me to install a statue for him. I think that's for the Greater London Authority. I think he has to appeal to the current Mayor of London. Well, let's hope there's a new one to do justice to the memory of Ronald Reagan.
Okay, well, first, let's park for a moment the fact that Boris Johnson is basically campaigning here, using parliamentary time to campaign for a new Mayor of London to replace Sadiq Khan. But what about this statue? Obviously, you know, some woke lefties complained, members of Black Lives Matter probably protested and tore down this statue. Well, actually, that's not the case. And this is actually from the article that Andrew was talking about in the Express. Now, either Andrew didn't read the article, or he didn't bother, or he didn't care about what was in the article. It says here, a spokesman for the Grosvenor estate, which looks after the property of the family of the Duke of Westminster, said the statue is currently the responsibility of Qatari Dar, developer of the ex-US embassy. They have removed it, and as they are doing major public realm works. It is in storage and will be returned when they open up the area again post works. This is conditioned under their planning consent. Qatari Dar, the company redeveloped the former US embassy into flats, has not responded to press inquiries on the issue. So basically what's happened is the statue was removed because they're redeveloping the area. It hasn't been torn down. This isn't disrespectful to Ronald Reagan. This is just a simple matter of a statue was removed, put in storage, and it will be put back up again when the work has been completed. Now, Andrew didn't bother to read the article, or he did, and he's lying, and he's trying to stoke tension here because he knows that most people will not actually be bothered to read the article. They'll just imagine, oh, this is Black Lives Matter once again. This is woke lefties once again tearing down the statue because of its Ronald Reagan statue, when it's completely false. There are no protests involved. This is work carried out in the area. Now, isn't it interesting that Andrew decided to waste parliamentary time with this non-issue? I don't think Andrew is a fool, although he is Fool of the Week, but I don't think he's a fool. I think he understands that he can use this issue to make people angry, make voters angry. Look at me standing up for this statue when the real issue is it's in storage. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you next week for our next Fool of the Week. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?